Hey everyone, so this isn't the sort of stuff I normally planned on reviewing, and this video will feel more like of a how-to about this particular process, but along the way I'll be putting in my review comments here and there. So if you haven't noticed, YouTube has just been flooded with these AI image generations, and the good ones, in my opinion, are mainly coming from this particular one called Midjourney. And all the images that are generated aren't all perfect by any means. Usually you might have to use a photo editing software to kind of tweak a few things, but for the most part, they're pretty amazing images considering a computer generated them out of your words. And some of these are just crazy realistic. If you want to find out more about it, there are tons of videos out there. This video will be more or less of how to simply access it in simple and easy to follow layman's terms for someone like me, or someone that might be intimidated by the platform Midjourney is on. So I'm going to explain this real quick for those of you who are wondering why I did this video, but if you want to skip to the tutorial right now, just skip to this time right here. Okay, so I wanted to do this video because I found out there's not a lot on how to actually get to Midjourney that's not confusing for people like me who aren't familiar with this type of platform. And if you're not really into this AI image generation craze like I was at first, I mean, I thought it was neat when I saw some of these images, but when I saw what I had to go through, I was kind of turned off and I said, nah, I don't need it that bad. But now I recently needed a certain image I couldn't find on the internet that I needed for a project, and I thought, well, let's see if I can figure out how I can get into one of these realistic AI image generator tools, and I went down this rabbit hole that I initially had a hard time finding. And everything moves so fast these days, the videos from a couple of months ago are now a little outdated as far as accessing this platform. So I thought I'd make an updated video for this Midjourney AI phenomenon and how to get to it and how to subscribe. And I'll explain a little later why you would want to subscribe. So here I'm going to show you how to access the Midjourney step by step, as well as how to set up a subscription if you want to get into a private server with the Midjourney AI, where you can get all your AI images in your own private chat room. So I know you're probably asking, why would I do a subscription if it's free, and why would you want to get into a private chat room with Midjourney? Well, I will explain all that along the way. So I'm going to start with how to get to the Midjourney room where you can generate AI images, because to start a subscription you need to go through these steps anyway. Now, if you already have a Discord and Midjourney account and you've been playing with these AI images and just want to know how to set up a subscription because you want to do way more images than your free account will let you, then you can just fast forward to this time. But if you watch this short video, by the end you'll know how to make your own AI generated image for basically whatever you want, like phone wallpapers, screensavers, wall posters, profile photos, even logos for your business, or design concepts for a project, and so much more applications that I won't bore you with. I'm sure y'all can figure out what else it can be used for. So here we go. First, you'll need a Discord account. So if you don't have a Discord account, you'll have to make one. For those of you that don't know Discord, it's basically a communications platform where hundreds of millions of users are a part of and communicate through real-time voice, chat, text, images, and video. It's basically like a huge conference call platform for anyone that wants to talk in a large group or even one-on-one. That's why this was so popular with gamers initially, because a bunch of them can talk to each other without using their cell phone. So there are two ways to get Discord: through a web browser or through an app. Both are downloadable for Mac and Windows, but I'm going to go through this tutorial through a normal web browser. And you can download the app on your desktop later on if you want. I think it does work a little faster on the app, but you can totally do everything from the web browser. So what I'll do is I'll explain how you do it on a web browser, and if you want to download the app later on, just basically rewind this video and go through the same exact steps, but instead just go through the app instead of the web browser. So to get to Discord, just go to discord.com, and once you're in, hit the login button on the top right. Okay, so this will pop up, and obviously if you already have an account, log in with your credentials, but if not, go to this link right here and click on register. So before we do this, open up a new window and log into the email that you will be using to start this account with. And if you're following along with this video, just go ahead and pause it right here until you log into your email. So now that you've logged in that email on a separate window, go ahead and put that window aside and fill out all your information on this page right here. So after you filled out all the info, just hit continue, and you'll go through this bot challenge. And once you finish that, it'll take you to the Discord interface. And then just make your server room real quick by clicking create my own, These server rooms are basically chat rooms. Just click for me and my friends, and you can create another different one later if you want. So just click create, hit not now, hit skip, and click on take me to my server. So now go back to that window that you set aside that you were logged in already, and go ahead, and Discord should have sent you an email to verify your account. So go ahead and click on that email and click verify. And it's going to say email verified. Now go ahead and put that window aside again. You're going to keep that original Discord window open this whole time. So this whole time you need to keep this Discord window open. So now once you verified that email, this top message here should disappear, which it has on mine. So once you're in your Discord interface for the first time, some pop-ups might appear, and it's just trying to help you navigate through all this. Just start dismissing all of them. Now after you get rid of all those pop-up tips, go to this left menu right here, and there's going to be this compass icon right here that says Explore Public Servers, and go ahead and click on that. And see, here's more pop-ups. Just kind of dismiss all that. Got it. Now here you'll see the Midjourney server right here. It looks like it's going to be the first one. It's probably the first one on your page as well. Go ahead and click on that. And so this pop-up might appear right here. And it's basically trying to help you navigate through this platform if it's your first time. For now, for the purposes of this tutorial, go ahead and just click I'll look around for now. And I don't know if you want to write that down. You can always go back to getting started. And that is going to be over here on the left menu as well when you come back. And you can click on that later on. But for now, I just click on I'll look around for now. And it'll take you to their server, which is basically like a chat room. And again, just click on these pop-ups so we can see these menus. And so this initial page right here is the developers, and they have messages here, and they're basically giving you updates to what they're doing to this Midjourney server. But basically this is their server, which is basically like a chat room, which was kind of like your chat room where we just came from that you just made a minute ago when it asked you to make your own server. But now you're looking at Midjourney's chat room, which is a public chat room. But you still have to ask or be invited to actually join in. So with that said, you have to ask to join this server. Just like if someone were to come see your chat room and want to start talking to you, they have to ask you to join your server, or you can invite them. And there are tons of videos on how to start Discord and how to run a Discord chat room for you and your group or your friends or your team. So for now, let's go ahead and click this top bar right here that says Join Midjourney. So here, ironically, you're going to be challenged by a robot to prove you're not a robot. And click on the ladybug. Hopefully that's a ladybug up there. So now a window pops up and says, now you're a member of Midjourney. And just hit let's go. So once you're in, go to the left menu right here and join one of the newcomer rooms. See right here, it says newcomer. Go ahead and click on the first one. And so now you are in one of their public chat rooms. And as you can see, there are already people here. And these are basically their messages from Midjourney. Every single one of these lines where you see the images is someone's answer from Midjourney. And basically what we're doing is chatting with Midjourney AI. And this is where you type commands to ask Midjourney to generate some images. So there is an insane amount of videos available for getting to know more about the commands and prompts and all that. So I won't get into that right now. But if you want to pause this video and get back to this process later while you play around with Midjourney, by all means, have fun. This right here is the line right here where it says message. All you have to do to start asking for images is go /imagine and hit spacebar, and this prompt will come up, and this is where you put your commands. And so what we're going to do for now is just type your name. I'm going to type George and then press enter. And when you do that, a terms of service message will pop up, and you won't receive any messages or images just yet because you haven't accepted their terms of service. You are more than welcome to read that if you want. And after you read it, accept the terms of service. And so now the quote-unquote answer to your earlier question when you typed your name, because that's basically what we did when we typed our name, was we asked Midjourney to generate an image based on what we say and basically our name. Anyway, it will come up as a yellow highlighted message, which makes it kind of easy to spot once everyone's message starts scrolling up, because we're in here with a bunch of other people asking Midjourney for images. So we're going to have to scroll through. There's one of our messages that probably says we have joined. So you can read that if you want, but keep scrolling until you see another highlighted message. And there's that one. So this is the answer that Midjourney has given us from our name. So here's my name right here. And these are the images it generated just from the name George. And none of these look anything like me. So with that said, this is where the private server or room comes in handy if you just want to kind of not be in this chat room with all these people and having to scroll through all these messages. And to have a private chat room with Midjourney, you're going to need a subscription, which we'll get into shortly. So moving on. So now you'll want to open up another window or a web browser, but keep this Discord one open. And this message right here, it says, want to take full advantage of Discord for better performance, download here. We're going to go ahead and ignore that for now, and you can download that later on if you want. But for now, we are going to open up a new window. And on the address bar, we're going to go to midjourney.com. And this will pop up. And you'll want to click sign in here on the right. And this window will pop up. And it will kind of take you back to the Discord site, as you can see right here. And an authorization window will pop up asking you to authorize the Midjourney site to log you in through your Discord credentials. And so just click authorize. And so now you're back into the Midjourney site, and this is your Midjourney homepage. And here in your homepage is where you can see all your AI generated art. So if you are new and we're following along, your AI generated photo should be right here. And real quick, just click on Community Showcase right here on the left, and you can browse through all the showcased AI generated art other people have done and even see the commands that they used to ask to generate this piece. So like right here, it says tilt/shift looking up of a giant sequoia time-lapse astronomical photograph, and that's what it generated. Anyway, you can browse through this. This is probably the best of the best. And as you can see, there are some pretty amazing images. Anyway, there are endless video tutorials on navigating through this, as well as commands and prompts and how to utilize Midjourney to its fullest potential. So now let's get to the subscription part of this video. Earlier, if you asked why would I want a subscription to a free service, well, there's several reasons, but there are two main reasons I wanted a subscription. So when I started Midjourney, I played with the free version for a little bit, until I became impatient with having to scroll through all the messages in that public server. Also, after a bunch of images, I ran out of free generations because it does cap you off, I believe, at 25 images. Now, I could just keep making new accounts and keep doing it for free, which by all means, you're welcome to do. But I figure for 3 combo meals at my local fast food place, I could make as many AI images as I wanted for a whole month without having to create new emails and deal with re-signing up or scrolling through a ton of images to get to mine. So basically the $30 was worth the convenience for me. Now to get to a private room with Midjourney, I wanted to show you this part right here real quick before you get a subscription. So to get to a private chat room with Midjourney after you set up your subscription, all you do is right click its name. See right here, Midjourney bot. Just right click that and this will pop up and click message. And so now you're in a private chat with Midjourney. Now here, when your subscription is active, you'll be able to go through this command without this warning popping up. And it says you're not allowed to DM with /commands. Free trial users are not allowed to DM Midjourney. So you basically won't be able to use this chat to get images from Midjourney without a subscription. So now we're going to head back to your Midjourney homepage. And to the left, it says Manage Sub, obviously Manage Subscriptions. Click on that and it will take you to their subscription pricing page. So here, initially, it shows you certain prices, but just be aware there are yearly billing prices and there are monthly billing prices, and see how they change. And that's basically what you would pay a month if you were to pay 1 full year in advance. And this monthly billing that's what you'll pay per month right now if you were to go month to month. So make sure you know which plan you're paying for before you subscribe and fill out all your payment information. Now you're probably looking at all these options that come with each subscription. There's a real good video on what these mean, and I will link it down in the description, and I will make sure to label it video on Midjourney subscription options. But in a nutshell, the basic plan will get you only so many images until you've exhausted your GPU usage. Because what you're doing when you ask it a question, or when you ask it to draw an image for you, you're asking the AI to use its graphic processor unit. So you're basically paying for using their computer. With a standard and pro, you get a certain amount of fast generation and an unlimited relaxed generations. But like I said, watch that video that I will link to this description to really get to know how all this works. My suggestion is play with the free image generations in the regular public servers, like the ones we were in, until you get a feel for the whole Midjourney AI generation thing and learn the different prompts and commands that can enhance your images the way you want, so that when you do get a membership, you right off the bat can just start generating images. Now, you'll have a limited amount of generations until it cuts you off, but that's basically what you'll get with the basic $10 plan as well. The only difference is you can get into a private chat room with Midjourney with this $10 plan. But the $10 plan will still cut you off after a certain amount of hours of GPU time. And the GPU time is calculated on how long Midjourney takes to process your images. And that's basically what fast generation and relaxed generation is referring to. I will personally take the $30 monthly plan and just go crazy for 1 month to make as many AI generations as I can, then evaluate if I want to keep subscribing, as well as maybe evaluating if a yearly one would be more cost effective, because a year is pretty long time to commit, and that's a lot of AI generations. So unless this type of service is something you need every month, I would go month to month for now until you know for sure. And obviously you're more than welcome to do the $10 a month and see how long that gets you. Maybe all you need is, 100 images, and this will probably be more than enough. So anyway, let me show you the rest of the process and have you think about what you want to do later. Below in the description, I will link some of the YouTube videos I watched before I made my decision. Maybe it'll help you. So here I'm going to subscribe for the monthly 30. So I'm going to make sure it's at monthly billing, and I'm going to hit subscribe. And so it's going to take you to this page where it's going to ask you to put all your payment info. And so now after putting all your info in, hit subscribe, and a window will pop up confirming subscription, payment successful, subscription activated. And we can go ahead and close that window. So now when you go back to your Discord interface, you're going to be met with this message right here that says, thank you for subscribing to Midjourney, blah, blah, blah. And so now we can access this Imagine prompt, and let's go ahead and type in, thank you for watching my video on how to access the Midjourney AI, and press enter. And so now you can see it allows you to access Midjourney's private chat. And this is basically the image that it has generated based on the words I just typed in. Anyway, that is it. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. I started this channel to make useful videos to explain useful things, and I hope this was one of them. Write in the comments below what you think, and see you next time.